everyone, so in this video I'm just going to talk a little bit about Miniature Symphony and work through some of the more difficult spots or places where might get a little bit caught up. So starting right at the beginning, we are basically playing our D major arpeggio. So we are playing open D. The only note we're missing is this, which actually happens in the third measure. So if we break it down really, really slowly, we can just do this. And then from there, it's doing a scale down to A1 and then back to A2. So just like this. Back to open A. Then in the next measure, we're actually going to be going in a downward motion from A1. So one step lower every time. So here we go with A1, open A, D3, and then we do another scale down starting on open A. And then very, very simple, just 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, off. And then measure 11 is exactly the same. The only difference is we're going to be ending on an A3 instead of A0. So I'll play that for you really quick. There we go, that's where it's different. And then next measure, we start on a G3 and we're going 3, open A, 1, 1. Second finger on the D string. Then we have a scale starting on D1. Back to open D. So then we're going to skip to measure 19. Looks like we have a few eighth notes coming up. So eighth notes are twice as fast as quarter notes, meaning that when we play, I'm going to start at measure 19 just to give you an example. So this is straight quarter notes, nothing new there, but in measure 20 we start with some eighth notes. So this is what it's going to sound like. So you can see how those eighth notes are just a little bit faster. Starting at 19, it's easier if you put your second finger on the tape and you look ahead, your next note will be an A1. So why not anchor your fingers right on the lines or on the tapes from the beginning? Then you don't have to find that note. Okay, so I'm starting at 19 again. How easy is that? I didn't have to move my fingers at all. And then 20. Whoa, fingers are still exactly where they were. Now we can take our second finger off and put it on the A string. One step higher to D, A1. Then it does the exact same pattern as 19, but the next measure is a bunch of eighth notes. So this is what it'll sound like. And remember, keeping those fingers on the tapes. There we go. Measure 25, it's a scale from A3 down to open A. Okay, then we have this funny symbol here that says DS al coda. So what that's telling you is you are going to go all the way back to the beginning where you see this funny S sign with little dots on either side. So we're going to go all the way back there, play, and then there's another symbol that says to coda. So I'm going to play from measure 11, pretending I've already done the DS coda, and then when I reach measure 16 that says to coda, I'm going to jump all the way to the bottom here where there's this circle with a cross right in the middle. And I'm going to play from there all the way to the end. So I'm starting at measure 11, again, pretending that I've already jumped back to the beginning for the DS coda. Here we go. Now I have to jump to the coda, which is right behind that double bar line. Okay, and that last note, it doesn't sound right. It feels like it's kind of incomplete, but when you hear it with all of the other parts, it'll sound much better. All right, that's it for Miniature Symphony Violin.